Live. All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome. It's Friday. It's a good week. Let's get weird. Right? Yeah. We've got 300,000 plus contracts in the money for AMC. I didn't check a bunch. GME closed 1 penny short of $40. I don't know if it got revised at all, but let's see here. Oh, it's at 40.02 at the moment, but what did it close at? It closed at just shy, 1 penny shy of $40, but it still pushed a lot in the money. Let's options chain that bitch and see what's up. Well, you guys can't see what I'm doing because I forgot to turn on the Google Chrome thing. Turn on the Google Chrome thing. Shabam, shaboom. Shaboing. Okay, so this is for today. We had open interest. Here we go. Now we're climbing. 1,000, 4,000, 1,000. Well, the big options change. 4,000 at 37. All right, we have a few. And 18,000 at 40. Well, it says it went in the money, according to Yahoo. Maybe they revised. That might be a little big stuff. I expect Gamma next week regardless. Yeah. Let's get it. Okay. Oh, something. Show last night. Didn't have any mess ups, and it was beautiful for being 1 o'clock in the morning. Wasn't even the right intro. That was from last night. God damn it. Okay, let's at least give you the right intro, right? There you go. Turning that off. The other one's off. Everything's off. We're off. What was I talking about? Oh, yeah. Bunch of AMC contracts went in the money. We're going to have Gamma next week. The Ortex week begins on the 10th. So if things are still pushing after next Friday, especially for GME, I expect some good news on the week of the 19th. So I'm playing weeklies. I got a bunch of weeklies. I got 20 for AMC and 10 for GME for next week. And I'm hoping to see good things Monday or Tuesday. Fingers crossed. And I totally missed out on MEGL. Queen, what's her name? Queen of the Stone Age, Queen of something. Last night's stream, she's like, hey, check out MEGL. They're going live at $4, and they're expecting the same type of crazy run-up that HDK had. And I was like, sweet. Set an alarm for 6:30 a.m. I must have just turned that sucker off in my sleep. It went from $4 to $214 at its peak. Missing that boat, man. Missing that boat. We just missed that boat. Hope one of you was able to get in there and absolutely kill it at open. Was not me. I did not get to kill it at open. I was left in the dust. So, yeah, right before close, both Revlon and RedBox went pew, and then at close, right back down again. So there must have been a bunch of people who were forced to close right at the end of the day. And now, did they get what they needed out of it? I have no idea. Let's hope so. Okay. Monkey Butt, anything to add? Nothing? Big Dog? Cool. Let's go to your questions, because that's all I got. So, let's see what you got. Okay, curious one. Here's a Maple Ape. I called my broker today to see how they process the stock split, whether divvy or regular. My TSFA account was issued the shares via regular split, no divvy. I told them to investigate it. Very good. Also, write an email to GameStop via their Shareholders contact. Jimmy, shareholder relations. Investor relations, here we go. Okay, where is the... Where are you? Dang it. Not the proxy materials, you ding dong. That's not where I want to go. Contacts, there we go. Okay. Contact, put in the chat here. Shabam, shaboom. This is investor relations for stockholders. Their phone number and their email, IR for investor relations at gamestop.com. Write them and tell them what you're seeing. They need evidence. If they're going to tell the DTCC to suck it and possibly pull their shares, they need evidence. So contact them, tell them what's going on, and add all that up. There we go. Okay. All right. So, Mr. Lasuna. Houston, seems some of GME community, other YouTubers, etc., who have significantly altered their opinion on possibility MOAS lately. How or why would you counter their opinion? Well, I counter their opinion because nothing's changed. Right? They're still short cajillions of shares. They're still doing all sorts of weird loophole exploitation to survive. We know these hedge funds are all losing money like crazy. Tiger's down 68% on the year or something crazy like that. SoftBank is down 60%. Melvin apparently is gone, but I didn't see them closing in their positions. Citigroup, or Citadel. Citadel, their own hedge fund is hurting. There's talk of massive investor. What's the word term for it? I'm looking at Monkey Butt as if she's going to tell me, and Monkey Butt's giving me the side eye from the floor. If there's a significant number of loss in a hedge fund members, clients who invested money have the right to pull their assets from that hedge fund after a certain amount of time, and that comes up in November. Remember, if anyone knows the term for it, I can't remember what the term is at the moment. So hedge funds may face a huge amount of their clients just going peace and leaving with what they can, shrinking the size of all of them, basically obliterating their assets under management, which will result in margin calls like crazy. Because if you don't have the collateral to back up your crazy plays, you're not going to make it. So they have to close positions at some point. They can't keep going forever. So that's what we're waiting for. So people get frustrated because it takes time. It takes time because we're going up against a very active opponent who has lots of power and influence and the ability to skirt laws and only pay nominal fines for it. So, yeah, it's going to take time. But you know what? I'm still up. My stock is still worth more than what I paid for it. So I'm still winning. They're still losing. Seems to work for me, right? I don't know about any of you, but, making 100% on my money is better than losing 9% in cash due to inflation. So I'll take it. The rest of the market can suck it. Yeah. Okay. I lost weight. What's up with your boy Alex Jones? Alex Jones is going to prison, man. He's going to lose all of the cases against him by the parents of Sandy Hook. And I don't know what the punitive damage is going to be in total, but he's going to lose all his money. They're going to take every dime from him. Plus, all his data is going to his ex-wife, who's asked for it, because apparently he lied during the divorce proceedings about everything. And it's going to be going to the January 6th committee, because there's lots of communique between Alex Jones and various organizers of the insurrection. And they discovered child porn in that data. So he's probably going to face charges for child pornography. Amazing. All these guys that are like, Q, there's pornographers at the highest levels all keep getting busted for child porn. So Alex Jones, I think, is going to ultimately go to prison for all of this. And good. Bye-bye. See you later, buddy. All right. Iggy Lemon, quick question. If the head of some large family fund suddenly went missing or had some ill-timed accident at home, what happens to the family fund and the assets it holds? My guess is if they've got a will, that lays it out. If they don't have a will, there's, depending on the state where they are, it goes to the wife, the children, whatever. They basically figure that out in court, and everyone sues each other and whatnot. But that's how it rolls. Oh, Tom Zock, GME closing price corrected to $40.02. All right, that put 18,000 more contracts to money, so that's 1.8 million. Ooh, we're gonna get some gamma. We're gonna get some gamma. It's gonna be great. Jonathan, tell me you woke up early. Get in on MEGL. God damn it, no. My show got done at 1. I finally got to sleep at 2 something. I don't know. And when my alarm went off, and I had this problem in high school too. Like, my alarm would go off, and I would, in my sleep, just be like, fuck you. Boop. And just turn the sucker off. Wouldn't put it on snooze. I would just turn you off and just keep sleeping. Especially it was bad when I had my growth spurt. Because I went from, I've told this before, but I went from 5'4", 118 pounds, to 6'4", 118 pounds in like less than 9 months. And I slept 20 hours a day. I would be 2 hours late to school. I'd sleep all through school. I'd get home and I'd sleep, wake up for dinner, eat like 6,000 calories, then go back to bed again and miss school the next day. I slept constantly. My alarms did not matter. I'm not a sleepwalker, but I will definitely figure out how to manipulate a device in my sleep to have it stop making noise and then continue my sleep. It's another reason why I majored in astronomy. You don't know classes before noon, baby. Okay. Hamburger with extra pickles. That's the way to eat a hamburger. Pickles are delicious. Houston, what's your thoughts on the Saudi Arabia's new line? City seems pretty futuristic, if you ask me. Ooh, I don't know if I looked that up. Oops. Why did I? No. Sorry, I did a search and apparently on the Google web or the GameStop webpage. Arabia new line city. New line neon images. What we got? Oh, weird. So, you're gonna build a city, like, through a fault zone? What are they doing? The line at Neom. What the what? So it's gonna look like this? Crazy. For one building city is part of Neom project. When did this? This is total sci-fi, man. So they dig a big hole, so it's nice and cool down here, and they're able to maintain a decent climate because it's like the big crack in Oregon. It's just nice and cool down there. Even if it's 115 degrees up top, it is like just a refrigerator down below. Self-sustaining metropolis. So there's going to be 2 of them. You're going to cut through the mountains. How much is this thing going to cost? This is crazy. Weird. Huh. I will definitely visit this. 170 kilometers long. So this is having it above ground in places. So it's not going to be a hole cut in the ground. It's going to be just a big, long line. Interesting. I think it's cool. I'm all about doing rad shit. So, works for me. Cool. Do it. Why not? Make things sci-fi. Do everything sci-fi. Just sci-fi the heck out of things. None of this boring stroads like America has everywhere, where it's like a 4-lane highway with a suicide lane in the middle, no sidewalks, and there's like a Denny's, a Burger King, a Walmart, and a Texaco, and you can't walk down the side of the road. The cars are going 55 miles an hour with no crosswalks. What is it, dude? I'm ranting about stroads and the fact that it's ruining every American city. Are you agreeing? Are you disagreeing with me? What is it? You don't like them? You like having a nice sidewalk or at least a shoulder to walk on. You hate it when the cars are really close. I don't know what's going on about. Okay. Okay. But who was it telling me about hamburger with extra pickles? I dig it. I think it's cool. And if it shows up even close to this like sci-fi crap, Hollywood will be filming every movie in the future. Jesus Christ, dog! Just hush your butt. It's enough. Anyway, Hollywood will film everything here. I mean, look at that thing. That's just rad. There you are, you big dumb idiot. Yeah. Were you barking at nothing? Nothing happened. There's no one here. Yeah. Oh, you found that out the hard way, didn't you? You freaked out. You went brickety barky barky bark, and then nothing's here. Yeah. Yeah. It's hollow. There's nothing in there. Okay. But yeah. Let's do it. Who knows? How long would this place take to build? It just seems like forever. And like, could you, if somebody's at one end and 170 kilometers away at the other end, could they still consider them their neighbor since it's one building? Like, oh, it's just my neighbor who's 100 miles away, right? How'd you do a big walk the entire Line City? You couldn't because you are unclean. You are haram. I'm sorry. You couldn't. You wouldn't be allowed. Okay. What we got here? Don Caesar shade him. Oh, thank you, Don, for the super chat. I always appreciate those. Big Doug, it's for you. That was the thank you for shutting up money. Okay. Ba-ba-bum. Where was I? Houston. Tony Denaro thinks if my broker rented my AMC shares, I may not get my ape shares. Thoughts? If you put your shares on margin, if you have a margin account or you lent them out personally, then you won't get them. You'll still be owed them, but you may not necessarily get them. But if your shares are lent out by your broker without your knowledge, you will definitely get them because your broker owes them to you. Understand? Like, if your shares are lent out and you don't know they're lent out, you still get dividends. So you'll still get the ape thing. Ron Rose, sick of listening to the talking head puppets effing ball washers. All right. Oh, dude, you did drool on me. Big drooly monster. Okay. Fried Tater Explosion. Aloha from Oahu. Happy back in Hawaii. Hope you had a nice Vermont trip. And, Jeffrey wrote me and said you visited him. He was very excited. He's like, man, I got a customer from Houston's show. Fantastic. So, if you are in Vermont, go to Whirligig Brewing, see my friend Jeffrey, and get some sour beer. He makes it, and it's apparently great. Okay. And then Fried Tater says, big shout out to Jeff with Whirligig Brewing in St. Jonesbury, Vermont. If anyone into craft beers and are visiting Northeast Vermont, check it out. Yes, go to Whirligig. Say hi, Jeffrey, for me. He's a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful guy. Ricardo Pestic, Houston, HW. How come there were so many killed in their homes in Pompeii when Vesuvius erupted? Couldn't they just leave? It's not like it was an island. That's the thing about pyroclastic explosions, is that one of the things that could come out of pyroclastic explosion is a steam burst. And a steam burst will instantly kill you. No matter where you are, what you're doing, you're dead. Now imagine an invisible wall of 700 to 1,000 degree steam that's coming towards you at 60 to 100 miles an hour and you don't know it. And a lot of people in Pompeii were asleep when Vesuvius went boom. So they may have woken up to the explosion and been like, what the hell was that? But by the time anything hit them, they wouldn't have known it. And when you get superheated steam like that, you just drop dead. Your lungs fill with 1,000 degree water vapor, and that's it. Instantaneous. There's a famous story of the Night Walkers. The Night Walkers were warriors in Hawaii, and they, if you go to the Footprints Trail, if you go to the Big Island, you see the sign for the Footprints Trail. That's where they died. I can't remember the name of the chief who was leading them to battle, but they were going to war with Kamehameha, because Kamehameha, after Captain Cook came, was trying to unite all the islands under his kingdom, and the only group of warriors who really could have challenged Kamehameha were walking across Na'u on southern flanks of Kilauea. And when Kilauea had a pyroclastic explosion and the steam burst washed down the mountain and killed all 700 soldiers where they stood, and they died instantly right there. And that basically allowed Kamehameha to consolidate the islands under his rule, because the challengers died. And everyone attributes Pele, the goddess of volcanoes, to basically anointing King Kamehameha as king of the Hawaiian Islands. So, yeah, you don't get to survive the steam burst. Sorry, that's why. Hamfingers, Houston, what price do you think we start popping AMC price do you think we start popping hedge funds? I don't know, because we haven't had any real AMC price action since last fall, when AMC dropped below $50. It's been kind of a play since then. But I think we could see $30 next week. If this gamma, 300,000 options, that's 30 million shares. That's enough, I think, to see some serious gamma on Monday and Tuesday. And then we'll get FOMO leading up to the 19th when the divvy hits everyone's pockets. So we might see 2 good weeks out of AMC from this. So I'm going to play weeklies this week, and I'm going to play weeklies next week and see where we go. I'm hoping we get something good out of it. Mary Slaughter, Houston, if you had 5,000 to buy options, what would you buy? I love the show. 20 AMC calls and 10 GME calls for next week. That's exactly what I did. That's it. That's what I did. 20 of one, 10 of the other. At some point, they're all going to be up $1, if not more. And I think, if the price in either of them goes up $10 Monday or Tuesday, I'll sell. I'll do weeklies again for the following week. But I'll be happy to walk with that. I probably won't wait until Wednesday, because I got burned a couple of times waiting for Gamma to hit hard on Wednesday. But Monday or Tuesday, that's probably what I'm waiting for. All right, where was I? Tom Zaki, so according to your Twitter, you bought back on your AMC for potential Gamma next week. Do you buy options or shares? I bought options. I have the shares I'll have, but I bought options for next week for AMC. I didn't get any new shares. I got some new GME shares because with what I made off options this week. Richard White, Houston, hope life is good. Looking spicy for next week. Going magnet fishing with my son and daughter off a pier. With my brother swears we'll pay big. It's beside a well-known pub. Cool. You can get some shopping carts. when I was in high school, I worked in a grocery store as a grocery bagger, and the grocery store was a block from the water. It's basically right across the street from Waterfront Park. People would steal the grocery carts and then shove them off the public dock. And so every couple of months, we take a giant magnet, throw them down there, pull up shopping carts. And then they switched to these plastic shopping carts. They basically have like a metal handle, and everything else is plastic. And the mag didn't work anymore, so we had to take like a grappling hook. Whew. We got bicycles, we got shopping carts, we got all sorts of things with that grappling hook. And sometimes you like throw it down there and you pull it up, and up will come like, it'd be so heavy, it'd be like 3 shopping carts attached to a bicycle, come dragging out. But yeah, have good luck. Go get it with those magnets. I'd love to post what you get. I'd be really curious. And where's the pier? Hassan Bell, aloha from Friesland. Got something in Europe for me. We're going to Europe. It's Friday. Let's go to Europe. Google. Shabam, bam, bam. Okay, we are in another one in Denmark. Another beach in Denmark. Okay, this looks like a beach mini city. What is going on here? These are all cars. Looks like cars. Are you guys doing your own Burning Man? And why is this stuff blacked out? Like, are these naked people? Why is it black? What's going on with this? There's a whole bunch of like blacked out things. Is it because people could read the license plates? What? Why? What's so important? Why are you blacked out? Is it so the Russians don't know what's going on? I am confused. We got dunes. Oh. Okay. Exit ground view. What the heck? Why is it blacked out? What is going on? You got a little pier here. Got a whole bunch of people. Probably all like, I don't know, naked or something, because it's Europe. It's the beach. And they've got 3 months to go crazy before it gets cold again. Where am I? What am I doing here? And why is this stuff blacked out? I don't get it. That's all blacked out too. This whole parking lot has like, and the houses are blacked out. What the heck? What's going on with Denmark and their blacked out little like nipples? Is it just all nipples everywhere and you can't show them on Google Earth? What the what? I mean, they seem to be very, very specific. Like this whole parking lot, blacked out, blacked out, blacked out, blacked out, blacked out. Is there like a GPS thing you can put in your car that says Google Earth, do not look at me? I'm confused. Okay, can I drop down this road and then will the cars be blurred out? That's what I want to know. I'm gonna go right there. Okay. Lots of cars. None of them blocked out in Street View, except this is like a potato that took this picture. It's absolutely terrible pixels. Okay. Oh, we can go to Freenhouse. The Freenhouse. But the cars aren't blocked out. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing here, man. What is this place? Why is this place? Okay. Cold Trickle. What's good, Houston? Days of Thunder, baby. That's what's good. Sad Boy calls the moon. Sure. JMJ's in Honolulu also. Hey, Fred Tater, go hang out with JMJ. You guys probably have lots to talk about. Chakuseki. Check out Pi-Fi's vids on Revlon. Might be next amazing squeeze play as it has insane amount of FTVs. I think Revlon's going to explode at some point. Yeah. It might pay to get a whole bunch of lottery tickets on Revlon. Sounds like they're going to pull out of bankruptcy and be just fine. Michael Steegs, Houston, would it be possible for RC to move GME away from the New York Stock Exchange to another country where the hedge funds no more can do their bad things? Wasn't GME not already traded in Europe? It is traded on the Frankfurt Exchange. I think there's like legit shares on the Frankfurt Exchange. But I don't know. make their headquarters in Abu Dhabi or something. That'd be an interesting thing. Interesting play. Ryan, I know you religiously watch this show, so think about it. Think about moving your headquarters to another country and seeing just what it does with the stock then, right? Mr. Diamond Hands, what's your take on Revlon? I think Revlon's gonna pop. They are coiled. I mean, it already went from like $4 to $9 in the last week. I think there's a lot more to go for it. Yeah. Paratarian literally just opened your video from last night, finished it. You got a notification. GME showing me closed at 40.02. We breached 40. It was only 40 million. I think we got Gamma. I don't think it'll be 3 days of Gamma. I think we'll get probably Monday and Tuesday. It's enough shares that we'll get some good price action from it. And we got FOMO coming for AMC mixed with it as well. Robert Trail, could talk bad about my mom, but I already hit the like button and not removing it. Well, as I always like to tell people, I only know like a few phrases in Spanish. ¿Dónde es el biblioteca? ¿Cómo te llamas? And tu madre es fácil. Robert Trail. You can talk. Oh, that's that one. Okay. Bio Billionaire Will. I missed the intro. Can you push the button again? No. Okay. Brazen, reminder, nothing on the show. Oh, that's not a question. That's just you telling people, giving a little disclaimer for me. Thank you for doing those, by the way. All right. Oh, and there's all the people. That's where the intro went bonkers. Okay, sorry about that. All right. Where did I lost my place? There it is. Okay. Matt Arnold, I pre-ordered 52 shares. They only gave me one. 52 shares of what? 52 shares. I don't see where you wrote other shares. I have no idea what shares you're talking about. There's a lot of stocks trade out there. Bullion Z, what's your take on Bed Bath & Beyond coming weeks? How high can it go with the options chain and short interest? Lots of attention on Wall Street bets at the moment. I think there's a reason why Ryan Cohen got 1.4 million $85 calls. Because it's going to go above $85. Those law tickets are going to print. That's what I think. And that's for January. I think he's got a plan set up. I think he's got a chunk of shares. He's got a boatload of calls. And he can use a big piece of money. If I were a conniving billionaire Bond villain, you get your shares. You get your calls. And then you take a chunk of money and you do orders for shares 777 at a time, and you watch that sucker run for a penny or $1 more than the previous order, and just go and buy millions upon millions upon millions of shares doing that. Watch the price just skyrocket, and all those calls go on the money, and it is straight profit for everybody. That's what I think. That's what I would do. If I had won that Mega Millions, I would have done exactly that with GameStop. Bought millions of shares, bought millions of call options, and then took, several $100 million and just did a big old buy party at all of the market maker call signs for let's rocket this thing and go. Chakuseki Houston, thoughts on how quickly monkeypox will move with community spread? Oh, man. Exponential growth is exponential growth. sneaks up on you really, really quickly. You know, in May, they're like, oh, we got our first case of monkeypox. And now we're at thousands and thousands of cases a week. We're only testing one segment of the population, but it can leave that segment really easily. Yeah, people who are promiscuous, they've got more skin-to-skin contact, and yeah, it's going to travel through promiscuous community faster than the regular community. But when it gets into kids, it's going to be everywhere. Because kids are gross, and they slime everything, and they pick their scabs, and they pop things, and it's just going to be all over the place. We had a report today of a preschool teacher with monkeypox, and she may have passed it on to like all of her students. DNA viruses last on surfaces for a really long time. In clothing and bedding and cloth furniture, 15 days. On some hard surfaces, up to 4 weeks. It can be weeks before you even know you have it. So, You know, we're talking bus seats, movie theater seats, park benches, restaurants, massage tables, you know, comforters and hotel rooms. It's going to be pretty bad. We're going to have to really do a huge vaccination effort like we did in the 50s for smallpox. Like, everybody's just going to get vaccinated. And then there'll be the anti-vax people who won't want to get vaccinated against monkeypox, and then they're going to like have all these stories about going blind or their kids dying. And you know, it's not so bad for adults. Like, it will be one of the most painful experiences of your life. You know, up there with like kidney stones, shingles, childbirth, monkeypox infection. Those are like top 4 for conditions people can have. But the mortality rate for kids is really high. Anywhere from like 3 to 15%, depending on where they are. And then the mortality rate for people with compromised immune systems are really high. So if you've got, you know, autoimmune disorders, transplants, things like that, you might not make it. So we're doubling. I think that the doubling rate is like still doubles every 6.5 days. There's twice as many as there were before. And there's an old, like, when teaching probability and exponential growth and stuff in my college classes, I'd always use a couple of examples. One of them is you have a pond, and that pond has one lily pad. And each day, the number of lily pads double. So day 1 there's 1 lily pad. Day 2 there's 2 lily pads. Day 3 there's 4 lily pads. Day 4 there's 8 lily pads, and so on, right? And it doubles and doubles and doubles and doubles. The question to ask students is, the day before the entire lily pond is full of lily pads, how many lily pads are there? And the answer is half the pond is lily pads. It quickly goes dunk, 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 whoomp, and then everything's covered. Exponential growth is freakish, and it can really hit hard when it comes down to it in the end. So, you know, there's a reason why we declared national emergency. And there's multiple states that created state-level emergencies, because they can see that, you know, one person can easily spread this to a whole bunch of people in public transit. And we need to start focusing not just on like gay men as being affected and potentially like inter-community transmission, but the larger macro community macro community transmission. It's going to happen, because once school starts, kids are going from classroom to classroom, sharing desks, moving tables at the lunchroom, so on. It's going to run through the population. That's what's coming. Okay. Nick Sexton. Houston saw a DD showing almost 99% of all retail trades closed as odd lots in order to avoid live ticker impact, but that the GME dividend opted to treat odd lots as fractionals as full shares. Huh. Send that to me, Nick. I'd love to read what that is. Nick M. Houston. Let's say RCE goes to DTCC and says, I want my shares. DTC says, no. Then what? I think then we finally have a lawsuit that will go somewhere against the DTCC, and where discovery may mean they have to open up their books to everyone. Finally. They've been subpoenaed several times in lawsuits and somehow always avoided having to show their books in court. But, you know, The amount of money behind RC is actually equivalent to amount of money behind the DTCC. Both, have like $1 billion in cash on hand. So they'll be able to hire some crazy lawyers, and you get it in the right court, one that really hates like corporate assholes. The DTCC might be screwed. But would they want to chance that? Would they want a chance having to open up their books to everyone? I don't think so. I think they go, here's your shares. Oops. And we mow ass. Where's Monkey Butt and Big Dog? You can see Monkey Butt just right down there. Right there. There you are. And Big Dog is sleeping behind me. Until he pops his head up for no reason and starts barking at nothing. Because he's got mush for brains. Alright. Just buddies. Houston, Trade Republic had initially processed the corporate action as a split, then relabeled it as a dividend. I never lost shares at any point, so they handled it correctly in my case? Sounds like it. Or at least they're covering their tracks. Right? That's what it sounds like to me. Either they did it right or they're covering the tracks. Either way, they're probably better off than most people's brokerages. Bullish in Houston second intro. HW, glad to catch you live. Are you playing GME OPEX next week? And are you in Revlon yet? Happy birthday. Say hi to Monkey Butt for me. I'm not in Revlon yet. I might try, if it doesn't explode Monday or Tuesday, I might try to get in if these call options I got going next week go pew-pew, and see where it goes from there. But Monkey Butt, you agree. And, every time one of these weeks go well for me, then the quality of war rig goes up. But I need a war rig. I need to get a war rig. I got to do filming sometime in September. And I need a truck to do it. And, yeah. Borrowing my dad's Ford Ranger just isn't going to look as cool on camera as having a full-blown badass off-road rig. So that's what we're going to shoot for. All right. And Monkey Butt, Bullish says hi, by the way. Okay. Javier, good day, Houston. I was hoping you streamed late so I can catch up on yesterday's stream. It'll be my first missed stream. Oh, really? I did a late one last night. I kind of jumped in there and because everyone was like, do a show. I didn't get back home until late and had like a 10 o'clock dinner and we got done. I was only expecting to do an hour. I did 2 hours. It went like that, too. Okay. All right. BW Brandon winning with you, Houston. Javier, who would have thought that my portfolio would be full of stocks I would never imagine owning 5 years ago. And all in the green, GME, Bed Bath & Beyond, Revlon, AMC. Yeah, we've got the weirdest portfolios. 5 years ago, everyone would have been like, why on earth did you spend any money on those stocks? You were an idiot. And now it's like, you're an idiot if you're not in these dying brands. Mr. Lasuna, thanks for your input. Appreciate your thoughts and your ability to learn from you. Good luck with your show. Thank you. It's coming. The show's coming. Or at least the ability to talk to a network about my show is coming. That's, it's all baby steps. Hopefully get somebody to go rubber stamp and we can film next spring. And it's not like a 2-year-long dance with a network to try and get them to be like, okay. But you guys, you folks, the 500 of you in here right now, the 6 to 15,000 who will watch later, you have totally helped my ability to sell my science education to a network. And thank you for that. I never in a million years imagined I'd be doing these live shows. It's so weird to fall into this niche micro celebrity thing on the internet. But, the thing I love most, And I do love it when you folks send me like a little handwritten letter. I love it so much. Every single one of them just like warms my heart. And reminder, I still have like 30 of these bad boys to give away. So send a self-addressed stamped envelope to the P.O. box below. Get yourself a sticker. If you're European, you may have to put a whole bunch of stamps on there. I'm not sure how many it takes. But I love your letters. And so many of you have written to me saying things like, hey, I quit my job as a security guard and I'm going back to school and getting a degree in chemistry. Or I'm going back to school to study geology. Or I'm going to go finally do my master's I've been waiting for. I got someone who wrote me today saying they're finally going back to do their master's. Like, that stuff, Big Dog, is the absolute most beautiful consequence of doing this show. Is when you folks are like, you know what? I like learning. I'm going to go become an expert in something. And I love that so much. Even if it's not a field that I follow. And you discover that, you know what? I like learning stuff. And I like, getting that stamp saying you're an expert in this thing. It's beautiful. Keep doing it, man. Keep going out and learning. I love it so much. Big Dog, you would have no ability to learn anything because you are dumb as shit. But you're very soft. And you're very sweet so long as we aren't seeing a strange dog. Okay. No, I only got maybe a month left, the Big Dog, and then he's out of here. And Houston Monkey Butt got some freedom, and we can like hit the road and go places. Yeah, Big Dog, only 1 month left. What do you think about that? Is that making you depressed? Oh, I know. You love being here and having a yard and a cat to bother and stuff. I know, it's wonderful. Okay. Oh, what? Oh, you want more petting? Okay. Oh, William Lobach, Houston, can you pretty please talk about auctions, how to find them, how they work, just any advice and sort of auctions 101. Appreciate you. Okay, if you guys want to learn about auctions, let's do it. Okay, let's get rid of the Google Earth here. Let's go to this crazy city here. All right, so we all know about eBay. eBay is, the main auction site that everyone goes to. But if there's things that you're interested in, I don't know. Let's look at stuff that I would look at. Let's go loose diamonds. All right, so here we are, loose diamonds for sale on eBay. Some of them are garbage, some of them are good. So here we go. I got a loose cognac diamond. This chocolate diamond, piece of shit, but the marketing has gone great. Blue diamonds, loose faceted pair for these. When you see things for like $19.99 for what are like loose diamonds, they're probably fake or they're lab made. Sometimes they're screaming deals, but sometimes you learn your lesson the hard way. Sometimes you get an awesome deal. Like I got an awesome deal once. I got a 19 karat spessartine garnet for like $140, and the thing was worth like $17,000. This was 10 years ago. Cool. I won that thing from some sort of estate sale that was on eBay. But let's go to type of auction. We want to go to auction. Okay. Here we have 0.95 carat loose round diamond. VVS, that's really clear diamond. EF color, that's nice and clear. $135. So if you go to a jeweler, a 0.95 carat, not being quite 1 carat, it's probably worth close to $1,000. 1.25 carat should be worth more than $1,000, especially VVS1. That's a really clear diamond with very small things. But this got one hour left, right? And most people, it's only at one bid, so most people aren't looking right now for diamonds. But if you were looking for a diamond, this would be a screaming deal. You get yourself probably a $1,200 to $1,500 diamond for hopefully less than $329. But the key to winning things at auction is you put in your bid amount and you do not place your bid until there's like 10 seconds left. You put the absolute most you're willing to pay in there with 10 seconds left and hope for the best. You do not want to bid ahead of time. Don't bid days ahead of time. Never bid on anything at an auction to the last minute. If you're at a live auction, and they're, people are raising their paddles and bidding on things, do not enter the auction. Do not enter the bidding until the auctioneer says going once, going twice. It says going once, going twice, then stick your paddle up. And you go, for $750, okay. You got to go 800, do I have 800, do I have 800, do I have 800? And someone else might raise their hand 800. Do not bid again until he says going once, going twice, and then raise your paddle. Just don't. Because A, it's psychological warfare against the person you're bidding against. They go, what the hell's going on? And B, it takes a whole bunch of other bidders out of it. If you wait till the last minute, they go, it's already too rich for their blood or whatever. And never, ever, ever, ever pay retail at auction. Don't do that. There's no point going to an auction if you're going to pay retail. We're not talking like these high-priced, Sotheby's or Christie's auction houses. That stuff is all money laundering anyway. We're talking like you go to your local state auction or James G. Murphy or Copart car auction, whatever. Never pay retail for anything. You should absolutely refuse to pay retail. You should always be looking. I always look to try to get everything for a discount of 2/3 off. If I don't get it for a 2/3 off discount, then I'm kind of out. And that's what I shoot for. So if I'm buying, broken jewelry that's gold jewelry and gold is selling for $2,000 an ounce, I will look to get it for $700 and see if I can get it for $700 an ounce. If it goes for more than that, then I'm kind of out, because it takes work. You've got to fix things, you got to melt stuff, you got to do whatever. If you're buying a car, always try to get it for way below Blue Book, because there's gonna be problems with it if it's at auction. It's probably needs a timing chain replaced, or the transmission is fucked, or whatever. Like, never, ever, ever come close to paying retail for anything on an auction site, ever. Okay, that advice out of the way. Let's look at some places you can find things at auction. If you're looking for houses, bidforassets.com. These guys, they're a small auction site, but they do some crazy sales in terms of real estate. They do have like some coins and financial instruments and crap like that, but not very much. Most of what they do is real estate. They'll have things like $1 no reserve auctions. Well, these are properties that starts at $1 bid and there's no reserve. Sometimes there's actual homes involved. Like this one looks like a home in West Virginia. It's for $3,000 right now. Looks like a piece of shit that's falling apart, but you get yourself a house for $3,000. And when does the auction end? The auction closes tomorrow at 4 p.m. So this place will probably go for under $10,000. You get yourself a house in West Virginia. Lots of properties. A lot of times it'll be like, 2 acres in Kern County out in the middle of Mojave. Don't bid on this crap. Never buy 2 acres in the desert. It's useless. There's no water. There's no electricity grid. You're out driving on an unmaintained road. Don't bother that crap. You might see like 40 acres in Nevada, which sometimes are okay. But there's a lot of places here that's still $1. Here's another West Virginia one. $5,000. That's a big ass house. Get yourself a huge house for $5,000 in West Virginia. Now you'll be stuck in Wellsburg, West Virginia, with a bunch of like meth zombies. But it's a house for $5,000. You can buy entire towns in here sometimes for $5,000. Another West Virginia. Here's a building that has a tenant in it for $1,000 in St. Louis. So that's a tiny little house, but someone lives there and is paying rent for $1,800. Again, do not bid until it's like 10 seconds left. So they got the $1 no reserve. They'll do properties that are bank owned being foreclosed on. So here's a place in New York, $35,000 on 4 acres, large home, no reserve. So if you are the only bidder, you can get this big ass house on 4 acres for $35,000 in upstate New York. Cool. Winters are going to suck. Lots of black flies, but that's life. The one to watch, and this is the one that takes a lot of homework. They got Marshall's sales, they got state and local government ones, whatnot. Sheriff's sales and foreclosures, but the county tax sales. These are the ones that are just awesome. Like, I need to go through the King County one. If my call options pay off, I might have some cash to play with this and do King County. This is where Seattle is. Seattle is located, is in King County. But go to the auction folders. You can open them all up, and you'll see like some of these are withdrawn. Like, so this means a person probably came in, finally paid their tax bill, which was $6,000 that was owed, and they got their property back. It's not going for option. And the closer you get, the more of these will get pulled out, because there'll be folks, you know, they might get a home equity loan. They might have an aunt or uncle that can give them a few $1,000s to help pay off their things. Or, you know, a company may come in like, hey, we'll take a half interest in your house, but we will, you know, pay off your taxes or whatever. And people go, okay. But a lot of this property is abandoned. A lot of it is like crappy little sidewalk easements or whatever that are strips that are 50 feet long and 4 feet wide. You got to find out which ones are which. So let's look at one of these things in random here. So here we go. This is something, the minimum bid of $1,500. That's the minimum amount. That's how much taxes are owed. Does it give me parcel information? So they give you the GIS coordinates and the legal description. So let's see what the let's see what this gives us. I'm waiting for the parcel viewer to open. It's a GIS program that each county has a different parcel viewer that they use, and a lot of data that still a little circle going. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. Well, while you're thinking, that's what the legal description is. Okay. Looks like it is. It's huge, 135,000 square feet. So that's 3.12 acres. Okay, that's a big piece of land. Street surface, gravel. So this might be plat, lot, unit number, private roads. This may be a road easement, a giant road easement, a really, really long one. Is it still thinking? Okay, we're getting there. It's still trying to load. Okay, here we go. Here we go. What do you got for me? Show me. He didn't show me anything. Oh, here we go. All right. Got a map. Now give me a location. I know you got like 10 million data points that you just loaded for no reason. All right. I might have to do it myself. Parcel number. Oh. Okay, one sec. I gotta get the parcel number. APN. This parcel number. Copy that. Go back to there. Throw that sucker in there. Shabam, shaboom. Search, baby. Search. Do it. Go. Why did you not? Did you not like the dashes? Should I eliminate the dashes? Make you happy if I did that? Search. Search. Go. 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 That didn't help me at all. How come the King County parcel search is not doing it? All right, well, I don't know what's going on, but usually you can find out what the parcel number is. You might be able to get like an actual location of things. Oftentimes, more often than not, these properties are weird little easements that no one's paying taxes on. Might be like someone built a housing development and then they made this easement that's all the little roads and cul-de-sacs, and technically somebody privately owns that, and then they just stop paying taxes on it, so the road still exists, but no one's going to claim it because it's already paved. Who cares? And they don't have the minimum bids up for a lot of these things yet. Let's go through here. I'm going to select another random one just for the hell of it and see what we got. That's $1,300. I want something with more oomph to it than $1,300. Give me something big. Let's go here. Let's go. Oh, wait, we just did that one, didn't we? I don't know. Let's go there. 1,500. Oh, these are all like road easements, aren't they? You bastards. Give me like real property. Give me a real piece of property. 1,600. Come on. I want to see something that says like 40 grand. 800, no. Unless it's just the King County road easement auction. 800, man. Give me something sexy. Give me something sexy. 2 6s. Click on you. 3,300. So this might actually be a piece of property. I don't know. 10,000. So this is a city lot in King County somewhere. 0.23 acres. Not developed. Property type residential. All right. So, yeah. So it was traded a couple of times by a couple of different people. But anyway, you gotta go through each one. I usually make a spreadsheet. You can download actually a spreadsheet from here. I think they have it. Yes, they used to. They have auction folders, key information, general tax documents, county term of sale. There's usually a way to download a spreadsheet, and I go through and I just label what type of property they are. Sometimes they're like, might be a steep cliff that goes into a road, you don't want that, or railroad easement, you don't want that, road cul-de-sac, you don't want that. But every once in a while, it'll pop up like grandma died and none of her kids wanted a house, or no one came forward, and there's like all of a sudden a 4-bedroom house in Seattle that's worth $1 million. It's got $35,000 in back taxes on it. And you get it for cheap. There are come on, let's go back to bid for assets. There'll be LA will pop up in here. Island County, that's up north part of Washington. Pierce County, October. Who do they have in the past? Island County again. Lake County, California. Monterey. In Monterey and Napa, they'll pop up here and you can get some crazy properties. Santa Barbara got canceled, so that's going to be moved in somewhere else. May was busy. Madera, Sacramento County. Last and Norte, San Luis Obispo. Alameda will have crazy properties. That's Oakland. There's Los Angeles County. So Nevada, there'll be lots of desert. There's more than Los Angeles. There's a lot of them in here, so you just gotta keep your eyes peeled. King County used to do theirs every December, but it's kind of changed since COVID. They kind of do it twice a year now. So anyway, bid for assets, that's a great place to go. And then there's plainoldauction.com. This is property auctions all over. This is usually bank-owned foreclosures, and the minimum bid is how much back mortgage is owed. So this place in Bellevue, opening bid is $281,000 because that's how much they owe on the mortgage. So that's the starting bid. It's a 1-bedroom, 1-bath condo, it looks like. Here's a 4-bed house. It's going to be a live sale, so this is going to be courtroom steps. So sometimes there's online, sometimes there's live sales. In this live sale, it'll tell you like you got to be at a courthouse at 9 a.m. King County Administration Building, 4th Avenue at 9 a.m. on Friday, October 7th to bid on this place. And you have to basically have cash on hand or a cashier's check to give them that afternoon, or else you don't get the house. So this place is worth $1 million, $1,032,000. Starting bid's going to be $662,000 because that's how much is owed on the debt. So if you have $662,000 cash, you can make 40% on this house like that. And you can pop in any. It's doing Seattle for me because that's where I'm from. But you can pop in, I don't know, San Clemente, California. Whoops. Why did you not type anything? San Clemente, California. There we are. Let's see what they got. So here's some houses. An opening bid on this one, but this is a big house in San Clemente. This is worth $1.5 million at least. Oh, $544,000 is going to be the starting debt, and this is going to be at a DoubleTree Hotel at 9 a.m. So you're going to have to go to the city of Orange. Probably gonna have a bunch of foreclosed properties. You got to go with cash or cashier's check, ready to buy that day. Loans don't work at all. But this is a great way to pick up houses. The best deal I ever heard in my entire life was when the Maestros who had run a real estate Ponzi scheme in Seattle, fled the country. Their $20 million mansion on the water in Medina sold for $200,000 cash. And that was like 2009. So some crazy deals can be made because not everyone can come up with that kind of cash day of. Right? They can work hard and whatever. And if you go to the really, really big auctions where they've got 50 properties, 100 properties, 200 properties going, people run out of money. They just do. But like the 30th house going up, no one has any cash left anymore. So there's just screaming deals from that point forward. So that's a definite way to go. So those are the big auction sites, and then there's Gov Sales. Gov Sales. I think they changed the website. Oops, that's the wrong one. I forgot the E on there. It's the GSE auctions, and of course, Gov Sales doesn't exist anymore because they changed something else. GSCE. Let's just do the search here. I can't remember what it's called. Not HiBid. HiBid's a great auction site too. GovPlanet, that's also pretty. GSA auctions, that's what it is. Oh, it's under maintenance, so I can't show you what's going on. Cool. But GSA auctions, this is the Government Sales Administration, whatever it is. They sell homes for Veterans Affairs, for U.S. Department of Agriculture. You can get like farms. You can get old Social Security Administration buildings. You can get buildings that are former consulates or embassies around the world. So if you want like a 2 million square foot office building in, I don't know, Tunis, Tunisia for cheap, you can buy it through this website. And you can get tons of cars on here. Yeah, GSA auctions are pretty good. HiBid.com. This is a pretty good auction site. They really exploded during COVID because a lot of auction houses couldn't do live auctions, so they moved onto here, and there were just tons of deals because a lot of the folks that did live auctions, that would go to live auctions, didn't know about this. So during COVID, I picked up a lot of gold to smelt. You can do cars, you can do gold. Let's look at gold. Let's just do 18 karat and just see what they have for 18 karat. There you go. 589 lots of gold, silver, jewelry, watches. Okay. So some of the stuff you're gonna have crazy bids. It might be collector's watches or whatever. But a lot of things, there's like zero bids. The starting bids are too high on some of these. Let's get to somebody who's more reasonable and just trying to get rid of shit. Okay, here's $5 Canadian for a gold necklace. $6. It's got 2 hours left. Might be plated, but if it's solid 18 karat, you're good to go. What does it say? 18 karat plated. That's why it's $6. Who cares about plated? No, go away. I'm already on your friggin' list. Leave me alone. Give me garbage. Give me garbage. Give me garbage. I want broken shit. I don't want this fancy stuff. I want. Let's do auction status. Open. Lot type. Online only. That's what I want. I don't want to go into live auctions in like Mississippi or something to get this stuff. Okay, and let me see if I can do minus plated. So you can get no. I didn't like that search term. Sometimes it doesn't do the normal search terms here. Okay. Go away, expensive stuff. Okay, here we go. $120, plated, gross. No one wants plated. Plated, plated, plated. Everything is everything plated? Is this entire just whole auction of just plated everything? Showing silver ring, that's plated. Do you have nothing for me right now? All the cool stuff go away. Alright, let's do forget this. We'll just do 12 karat and see. Oh no, 14 karat. Once that's a little more gold than half. Alright. Alright, medallion pendant. Looks like this one auction is really dominating because you can see from the blue background it's all the same friggin' auction. So let's see if we go far away. Go far away from them. All right, some class rings. Oh, these aren't open yet. Here we go. Plated. Dang it. I want plated. Plated sucks. Gold wedding ring. 14 karat gold wedding ring. $2.50. Bam. It's got 16 days left, so that will probably go up. But if people aren't paying attention to the auction, or it's a small auction house that does terrible advertising, you can get class rings. They're worth hundreds of dollars. There's a tiger eye, 10 karat gold, $2.50. Antique 14 karat class ring, $21. Here's a whole bunch of 14 karat gold rings and crosses, currently $21. You know, remember gold is $2,000 an ounce. One of these rings probably weighs 5 to 10 grams. Grams about $50 to $60 an ounce. Or 50 to $60 a gram. Like, this thing is gigantic. Gold filled. That means the thick plating, so we would avoid that. But anyway, you can get gold bars. You can do silver bars. All right. Here we go. 1 ounce silver bars. These are selling for at $26. That's how much you'd pay at market. Don't ever pay for things at market price. All right. Here's a 5 ounce silver bar that's currently selling for too much. 1 kilo. So that's like 20 something ounces. No, 30 something ounces for $900. That's probably a screaming deal. There's a Lego one. That's weird. Another kilo bar. Screaming deal, 5 ounce. You get 10 ounce kilo bars, just huge amounts of silver. Sometimes for super cheap. I picked up a 10 ounce silver bar once for like $45, and it was worth, $250 or something. But yeah, but never, ever, ever, ever bid until there's like a few seconds left. That's all you do. That's all you need to do. That's it. Anyway, there's a little crash course on different auctions. There's APRO bid. APRO auctions. Yeah. APRO.bid. That's what they are. The closest local auction house, Stokes Auction in Port Orchard, they use APRO. So if I want to buy a car or something from them, I would go through them. They also will sell a piece of property. So here's a house in Kentucky going for sale. Yeah, they're good. I recommend it. Just go check out those auctions, and enough of that. Let's move on. Hey, Bitcoin and XYZ, they're going from hot girls and boys to Bitcoin now. So they're no longer trying to sell you hot boys and girls, but trying to sell you Bitcoin. So they moved up in this world. Okay. Did I miss Chicken Lover? Do you expect Ape would help us find synthetic shares? I hope so. I think that's the idea. But there's also the fear that Adam Aaron's going to use this to just dump a bunch of liquidity on the market. But first, I think we're going to get some pop from FTDs on the Ape shares themselves, and that may tell us what's going on. Okay. Corey Jones, thank you for... Is that a butterfly? Thank you for the butterfly. Pizza Tech, how much oil's left? What does a post-oil world look like? What alternatives are there for making plastics fertilizers? How effed are we? Well, thanks. Oh, man. We can get a lot more oil than what's been pumped with new fracking technology. The thing is that fracking is very expensive to do. In a lot of places where there might be like 1 trillion barrels of shale oil, like, chunk of Colorado has like 1 trillion barrels of shale oil. But it's going to cost $100 a barrel minimum to get that stuff out of the ground. And you're going to basically poison the entire groundwater system to do it. But fracking has opened up so much more oil potential around the world that it's going to be a while, I think, until we actually hit peak oil. The problem is that I don't think our atmosphere can take much more CO2 pumping into it. And that may just put an end to everything we do anyway. But we burn about half of our oil and the other half is made into plastics, fertilizers, pesticides, herbicides, etc. We are in the plastics age. We do need plastics to make everything. I mean, just look around your room, your car, things you use. Everything is made of plastic. We need it. We can't be like hammering out sheet metal to do all this stuff that we did 100 years ago. Excuse me. We're doing it with plastic today. So, what would the world look like if we can't make those things? We'd be screwed. We definitely need a much more robust recycling program that isn't necessarily focused on particular types of plastic, but just basically taking every plastic you can find, smushing it back into oil again, and either sinking it or saving it for later. And then we can just refine it again later and turn it into whatever we need. That's probably what our future is going to look like in that case. Because if we don't have oil to make stuff out of, we're really screwed. We can come up with alternative ways to power things across the planet. I mean, if we want to, we can just put a bunch of masts and sails on big giant cargo ships and they can go across the ocean. Yeah, they'll take twice as long, but it won't cost anything. The wind will do it all. Trains can go on electric. Cars can go on electric. Planes not necessarily can be electric quite yet, unless we get better battery tech. But if we don't have the ability to make products and make them cheap and plentiful, then the price of consumer goods are going to be prohibitively expensive. Plastic is the one sort of, how should I put this, monkey butt? Like, egalitarian? Is that the word I want to use? Basically, it makes stuff available to everyone as a result. But we do waste too much plastic on single-use things, water bottles, plastic wrapping on stuff. We do waste a lot of our plastic and pollute the earth with single-use. I don't know why I'm yawning. I have plenty of sleep because I slept through my alarm. And I think a lot of the world is finally like, we're not going to do that anymore. We're over. Space Monkey. Houston, happy birthday. Just got in. Can you sum up so I don't have to start over? Also, did some painting in Mississippi last weekend. A farmer I was staying with showed me. Was fun. Sweet. Mississippi, you might be able to get diamonds in the Mississippi River too, because there's lots of the diamond producing areas go into the Missouri and then go down the Mississippi. Okay. Recap. Gamma for next week, because we put a bunch of options in the money for both AMC and for GME, and I guess Revlon too. I missed out on MEGL. If you got MEGL, good for you. Way to go. I want some of your luck. And we talked about auctions. That's what we accomplished today. And a little bit about oil, I guess. Okay, back to the linear chat. Where did I leave off? All right, that was Lobach asking about auctions. John Morricini. Houston, last year you stated you began to sell your AMC shares at 10K and GME at 100K. Is that still your strategy? Thank you for all you do. Pretty much. Yeah. I mean, all they've done is created more liability, so I don't know why the price would go down. They've created 4 times the liability, so they got 4 times as many regular GME shares, so why shouldn't it stay the same? Yeah. Native Flight, what was the ticker that went from 4 to 200? MEGL. It was an IPO, Chinese IPO. Magic something or other. Where'd you go? Dang it. Oh, that's because I didn't do a dollar sign. I did an ampersand. That would do it. It's trying to get me to go. Okay. Magic Empire Global Limited. So these guys, they started at $4 at 9 a.m. when everything opened, and they rocketed to $214.50 at their peak, and then dropped back down again. I was told last night on last night's show to get in at open at $4. I had the money ready, and my alarm, I didn't wake up. So I missed out on making, like, I don't know. If I really wanted, I said I was gonna buy 50 shares, but if I really wanted to, I could have bought up to like 100. Man, that'd have been nice. But anyway, missed out. I missed out big time. Maybe 1,000 shares, because I could have done 1,000 shares if I really wanted to. That would have sucked. It would have sucked to have $214,000 to play with. That would have really. It would have put a cramp in my style, having that much money to buy more GameStop with. Well. Oh well. Oops. That's what we get. We don't always win them all. B2B brands only gamma if the pressure is real, i.e. people actually exercise their shares. Yep. You gotta exercise your shares if you want the gamma to go bonkers. But your shares automatically get executed if you get to close and send the money. So yeah, if that many closed and we'll still open interest at the end of the day, then that's how many are getting executed. Tree Spider. Astronomy major? Probably make that much money. You're right. Lap 27, why was BBig suspended? So BBig had a NASDAQ T12 suspension, which means they're investigating something. Doesn't necessarily state what they're investigating, but there's shenanigans from somewhere that's affecting BBig, and so they stopped trading so that regulators can go in and just look at some books. Maybe they're looking at hedge funds, maybe looking at BBig itself. But there's no trading on BBig. We don't know why. And we probably won't hear until either trading resumes or they get pulled from the market entirely. Big Dog, why are you back? Why are you back here? Okay. Diggable Xenos, 81% call, 19% put ratio on Bed Bath & Beyond today. That's a lot going in the money there. Yeah. Peter Joy bought some $9 Revlon calls for 11.18, looking good. Good job. Right? You're happy for him, aren't you, big smiley dog? Yeah. Oh boy. Yep. Chewy don't agree. SS Minnow Johnson, the Saudis are going to make their citizens eat them bugs. Hey, high in protein, man. Illinois Gaming MEGL. Sorry, BW Brand put it in there. Flubber, can't you see? Houston, do you think there's a chance our brokers delete our shares when the float gets locked up in ComputerShare? Seeing how they just took out shares from international brokers. Thanks. No. They won't delete our shares. They can't delete our shares. It's against the law to delete our shares. We bought those shares. They owe us real shares. So they can't just delete them. If they do, they're going to be facing the largest class action suit probably ever mounted against any entity. We're talking like hundreds of billions of dollars in legit grievance and damages, and they're not going. They're going to make the prime brokers pay before they ever delete our shares, because they don't want to become liable for that stuff. They want to become the folks who sold naked to be liable. William Morgan, Russian state media, North Korea offering Kremlin 100,000 volunteers to assist in Ukraine war. Cool. So the Russians can get a bunch of like 3'7" malnourished North Korean soldiers to come help and get absolutely eviscerated using World War I technology in Ukraine. Great job there, Kim Jong-un. Okay. Eve Doster. Kind of hilarious how much this dog exasperates him. Oh, big dog, you exasperate the shit out of me. Yeah. Monkey's not a barker. And, like, my old dog, when he barked, was kind of adorable. This thing is just loud. Oh my gosh, it's like head-splittingly loud. And he barks at everything. Like, my old dog, someone had to, like, knock on the door for him to go, bark! But this one, you know, a plane can fly overhead. He's like, bork! There's a noise 1,000 miles away. Bork, 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 bork. He just goes bonkers. Yes, you big dumb hunk of lard. Yeah. Just barks, barks, barks. Ace Ventura, Houston. Long-time listener, first-time caller. Could you please explain the meaning of life? Thanks. I've been asked this before. The meaning of life is to eat, defecate, and procreate. That's the meaning of life. Anything else you're doing is just killing time between those three activities. So, that's it. That's the definition of life. You got to consume something, you got to get rid of the excess materials, and you got to create more of you. That's life. So there you go. Ace Ventura, Kamehameha's Goku. All right. John Lee, come down to Bellevue sometime to Peony. I'll make you a drink. All right. Sweet. Nanotech Houston, do you like amethyst? Of course, amethyst is beautiful. It was the gem of kings before they discovered it wasn't as rare as they thought. But, yeah, purple quartz, gorgeous. I love it. Can't get enough. I had a contract from a customer years ago. They wanted a ridiculously large amethyst, cut amethyst stone for their wife. They wanted to make this, like, huge, just giant ring. So I got this crazy cut amethyst that was a round cut, and it was like 500 carats, and then I got them hooked up with a jeweler to get it mounted into a ring for his wife to give her as like a gag. It was like, rich people, man, here's your $10,000 gag gift for your birthday. But I love amethyst. It's cool. Bridget's son, there it is. He's gone over this before. Eat, make babies, and waste time in between. There it is. Get shit, eat, shit. Fuck. Joshua Otten. Okay. Not very far north. But somewhere tropical. Or where does this put us? In the Caribbean? Shabam, shabam, shaboom. Alright, we're flying. We're going. Oh no, we're out in the ocean. Oh, I was way too far. I was in Hawaii. Ah, here we go. Green Sands Beach. In Hawaii. So, 155 degrees. Oh, why did I think it was the wrong way? Yeah, it's Green Sands Beach. So this is Na'alehu. And, Keau is this area here, and the Footprints Trail, here, 1790 Footprints Trail. So all the soldiers were marching across here, trying to take their canoes out to the ocean, and the steam burst just wiped them out right there. So that's where those soldiers died, and their footprints are forever marked in the ashfall. And then Green Sand, so the southernmost tip in the United States is here at South Point. Great, absolutely fun place to jump off cliffs. So there's an old heiau here, so ancient old heiau, and then up here is where fishermen like to sit and fish all day long. They put these like long lines attached to garbage bags filled with air, and the wind blows them out, and they catch tuna and stuff way out here. And then this is a blowhole. It's actually a hole in the ground. You can jump into the water and swim out a cave, and then when the waves are huge, it spits water 100 feet in the air in here. But it's a lot of fun. About 35-foot cliffs to jump off of. I've been in a lot of vacation photos for jumping off those cliffs. But anyway, a few miles away, 4 miles away, is Green Sands Beach. So there was a very olivine-rich lava flow that came down here. And the sand doesn't quite show up quite so well in this photographs. It looks... Oh, you guys can't see what I'm doing. Holy shit. I did it again. Just technical fucking... I'm always doing that. I'm always friggin' trying to show you guys maps and shit, and I forget to turn the maps on. So anyway, Big Island of Hawaii. There's your Big Island on the middle of the Pacific Ocean. The Kilauea volcano. Lava flows off the southern flank. So the footprints trail is here, so you take the highway down, and then there's a little pole out, and you can hike out the footprints trail and see a bunch of footprints that have been lithified in ancient ash. Done. Okay. South Point. Ha! Get down. Here's an ancient heiau, very spiritual little religious site, and then a bunch of cliffs here you can jump off of and go play in the water. Blowhole caves. Done. Then the site that Joshua wants us to look at is Green Sands Beach, which is a beach full of tiny little olivine crystals, or peridot is the gemstone of olivine. And there was a very olivine-rich lava flow that came down. The crystals broke out of the lava and got concentrated on the beach. And you can't quite see how green it is, but it's a little green. And it's because it's full of olivine. It's basically a beach entirely made of semi-precious gemstones. Very microscopic semi-precious gemstones, but a whole bunch of them nonetheless. So all this really, really, really rich olivine from this, actually I think it's an ashfall of olivine. Cool beach, very pretty to see. The waves will just kick the shit out of you here. They kind of shore break, and it's very steep, and they just want to just pound and hammer you. It's not really a fun place to swim, but it's beautiful to see. And if you visit the Big Island of Hawaii, it's a great place to go to say that you went to a green sand beach. Hawaii is, you can have black sand, white sand, green sand, and red sand beaches. So you can do them all. There is white, green, and black on the Big Island, and then there's red sand beach on Maui. But everything else is, everywhere else. There you go. All right. Okay. Where am I going here? I am 88 Red Mustang short destroyer. I made 15K on AMC puts today on AM. How'd you make 15K on AMC puts today? Oh, because it opened low. But AMC then later. Ace Ventura. I'm going to start selling covered calls. I have tons of shares sitting for almost 2 years. Do it. Just don't get angry if those calls go in the money and you lose all your shares. That should be noted. That's always the warning about covered calls, is if there's a crazy week and they all go in the money, your shares are gone and replaced with cash. So watch out for those covered calls. Roger Sense is probably European privacy restrictions for those little black boxes that were all over the beach in Denmark. Ace Ventura, Jesus, hot in Texas. Yeah. My sister is currently stationed there, and all she talks about is how it's like 115 degrees and miserable every single day. Oh, don't reset, you stupid chat. Why do you always do that to me? Okay. Where was I? I already lost my spot, man. I don't think... Oh, alright. Oh, there it is. Okay. Luke Alexander. Houston, I think the doubters can eat it. If a no-name stock like HKD can go from $7 to $2,200 in a week without it being short, then it's easy for GME to go six-figure, no question. Exactly. Exactly. There's only 21 million Bitcoin, and it's worth $20,000. Why? Right? Any of these stocks can go absolutely bonkers via force, and I'm here for it, man. Oh. Bitcoin, Jimmy released a brief statement on overseas not getting their dividend shares. Really? Ooh. GME statement. Ooh. Looking for the statement. I'm not seeing it yet. Bitcoin, if you have, I'd love to see if anyone has a link. I don't think anyone's allowed to post links except for mods. But news? Nope. Nothing so far popping up for me today. I'll have to look at that. If I can find it, Bitcoin, I will try and find it. I'm not seeing it at the moment, though. Lots of people talking about the Earth spinning faster and faster. I mean, the Earth's spinning like 150 milliseconds faster. It happens. Usually happens after a major earthquake. Like you get a 9.0 off of Indonesia. It'll either speed up or slow down the Earth by microseconds. Sorry, 350 microseconds is how much faster it's spinning. And they don't quite know why. But, you know. Whoop. They may have to add in leap seconds, which would be a pain in the ass for atomic clocks. But such is life. You have to add in leap seconds. It's not so. I mean, it's not like we're gonna like spin off the Earth's surface or something. But the day is shorter by 150 microseconds, right, monkey? Come on, say hi. Yeah, there you are. Yes, the monkey butt. You should just drink much water. Yeah. Did you drink much water? It's amazing to drink water, isn't it? Oh. Yeah, you know me. You know me and my glasses of water. I have bunches of them. All right. Get up on your bed. Come on. Get up there. People want to see a good-looking dog. Show her butt to everybody. There it is. Yes. Painting like one of your French girls. All right. Space Monkey, did we get a second intro on this show yet? Because that's really why I'm here. You got it, but it was actually the first intro was the mistake. Because I went to look at the options chain, and I didn't realize that last night's intro was still turned on, and then I went back, and yeah, it happened. Space Monkey. It happened. Figuring out new ways to... Someone's like, you can just put in a different scene entirely, and then, like, but where's the mental challenge in that to keep it from happening? If I make it so it can never happen again, then there's no fun in trying to make it not happen on my own my own reconnaissance. SS Minnow Johnson, libraries in Spain are set to 81 degrees Fahrenheit now. All public buildings. Oof. Oof. William Morgan, Pocahontas vs. Predators on Hulu. I've heard good things about Prey. I want to see it. I'll check it out. The trailer looked awesome. Maybe that's what we'll watch tonight. My old roommate's coming over. We're gonna watch something. Maybe we'll watch that. All right. Beauty brand. I'm wearing gloves for everywhere. I'm not seeing anything. Probably talking about monkeypox. Yeah, man. Make the gloves disposable because you wear gloves and the gloves will touch things. Then you'll touch your face with those gloves, and then what? So just body condom. That's probably the way to go. Like, we have Viricide at the gym, and I spray everything down. But I have no idea if that Viricide can handle DNA viruses. I should ask because I think gym transmission is going to be people sweating all over things and then not doing their job, and then you try to wipe everything but you miss that one spot. No me gusta. William Morgan, August 5th, 2022. For the 7th time this year, a tiny U.S. listing by a company based in China or Hong Kong is seeing a wild price surge after its initial public offering. Yep. Seems like they do these small offerings of 5 or 15 million shares, and people go, all right, scoop, and then they never give the shares to the brokers, and it just goes nuts. Bitcoin, title on website, GameStop, guidance for international stockholders with split-rated question. Okay. Bing, bing. On GameStop.com, or is it on Investor Relations? Probably Investor Relations. Proxy materials, filing newsroom. GameStop announces 4 for 1. First quarter announces. I'm not seeing it, Bill. This is what I'm looking at. Nope, not Hawaii again. This is the news releases for the investor relations. FTO marketplace, CFO change, 4 for 1. Wallet. I'm not seeing the international shareholders yet. Title on website. GameStop guidance. Be news? Nope. 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 That's old. 4 for 1. Investor relations. GameStop. GameStop split. Guide on splits. Alright, not seeing it yet, Bill. I'm sure I will. I'll see it before long. Someone will message it to me or something. Maybe somebody did. Let's see here. I'm not seeing it in my DMs yet, but I'm sure I will. Okay. All right, Bill. I'll keep my eyes open, looking for that. Hamburger with extra pickles. Totally kicking myself for not charging my headphones and having to charge them as I was rewatching Eustace's show from yesterday. If they didn't die, I wouldn't have known about MEGL. Aw, bummer, man. Pollo. People are talking about chicken? What are they talking about? What's happening? NEM0, they played monkeypox like AIDS in the 80s before calling an emergency, and probably close related to the community being overexposed to men's bathrooms because guys be gross. 100%. Men are disgusting. Children are disgusting. Women, when the camera's on them, are also disgusting. Everyone's disgusting. Human beings are gross as shit. And we'll flick our boogers on things, and we'll spit on stuff, and we'll scratch our buttholes, and we're just gross. We are just gross things. And that's why diseases spread, because we're disgusting. So try not being disgusting, and maybe that'll help put an end to all these plagues that we keep getting. Ace Ventura, sex sounds better than a handshake. Yeah, if you're gonna get it, you may as well get it from the Hokey Pokey than from be like, pleased to meet you. Now I'm going to go blind for monkeypox. Andrew Dowell also has looks like a British, perhaps. 51 degrees. It might be UK, maybe France. Let's see where we're going. It's Friday. Let's travel the world and see what we have. Go around the world. Going around the world. Keep going around the world. Going around. We are UK. Okay. We're at a circle. We're at some sort of town here. Avebury. Okay. We're in the hustle and bustle of Avebury, which looks like a crater. The reason why I'm going here to this spot in particular. That helps no one. Oh, wait. Oh. Okay. Got ourselves a big ass tree. Got ourselves a little path. Got ourselves sheep. Well, there you go. We're in the countryside. Looks like a bus and a road. Little B road right there. Got someone with a trailer or Range Rover. Okay. Quintessential English countryside. Oh, it's big stones. Ah, oh, it's a stone ring. That's what I'm looking at. So we got some sort of henge here. What henge is this? What are you? What is your henge? Tell me about your henge. Okay. Oh, here we go. Rock, rock. Rock, 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 rock. It is a big henge. But it's not quite a circle. I mean, this is a circle. Avebury, Wiltshire. Civil parish. Much of Avebury village is encircled by prehistoric monument complex, also known as Avebury. Parish is also, okay, so just click on Avebury itself. Ah. Oh, you guys can't see. Fuck, I did it again. How did, oh my gosh. I'm a mess. I'm a mess, man. Okay, let's go back to dropping a pin here so we can see the sheep and the doohickey. For crying out loud. Alright, so, sheep. Bong. Got some sort of dugout moat here. Bong bong. And we got ourselves a henge. Big rocks. Rock, 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 rock. A circle of rocks doing the rock thing. There we go. Okay, now we zoom out. We pull up. We click on this thing that says Avebury, and we go to full article. That's what we want. All right. Neolithic henge monument containing 3 stone circles around the village of Avebury in Wiltshire, in the southwest England. One of the best known prehistoric sites in Britain. It contains the largest megalithic stone circle in the world. It is both tourist attraction and a place of religious importance to contemporary pagans. Constructed over several hundred years in the 3rd millennia BC, during Neolithic, the Stone Age, or the New Stone Age, the monument comprises of large henge, a bank and ditch, and a large outer stone circle and 2 separate smaller stone circles. There you go. All right, got ourselves a henge. Avebury. I've never heard of Avebury. All right. What's with these folks and their building circles of rocks? Rock circles, man. Here it is. Oh, that's cool. The LiDAR image of it. That's rad. So this is the trench, the ditch that was dug around. That's a lot of dirt to move by hand without like shovels. You have to be dedicated to accomplish that. And some sheep just having a great old time in there. But it looks like we got hinge circles all over the place. So we have hinges on the outside circle, hinges on the inside circle, and then we've got what looks like maybe a smaller one on the inside that was attempted to be built. Crazy. I like the LiDAR. That's cool. Okay. Back to Google Earth. That's our henge. That looks like a crater. Boom. Boom. All right. UK road trip in our Lamborghinis. We're going to go all the hinges and hinge it up. Okay, what am I missing? Bill Coyne, newsgamestop.com. Okay. So news.gamestop? News. Okay, I gotta turn off the Google Earth. Go back to this thingy. News.gamestop.com. That's investor relations. Webcast earnings. As in a newsroom. Newsletter. I'm not seeing it, Bill. I'm not seeing it at all. I don't see it. Maybe newsletter? Nope. That's get emailed to me. I don't see it, Bill. I don't know, man. Alright, Space Monkey. Honest All exists without the consistent F-ups you make during the show. It might just be another show on stocks and rocks. Okay. I did have a technically perfect show last night. from 11 p.m. to 1 a.m. didn't fuck up a single thing. I work so much better at night. I think that's the thing is I just operate better at night than I do day. I'm not a day walker. I was meant to be a night crawler or something. $0.07. Hello, Houston. Did you see that trading 212 is limiting how many shares you are allowed to hold with them and order sizes? No. That's weird. BGW Brand says trading 212 has never done anything right. Avoid them. That would seems like it'd be a good reason why to avoid them. If they can't do anything right, avoid. Avoid away. Avoid at all costs. Okay, I'm an hour behind the chat. I'm not getting... All right, let's see here. Let's rock. Ace Ventura leaving, Jimmy leaving the New York Stock Exchange would be a death sentence. Not if your goal is to create the world's greatest squeeze. If you pull your shares from the DTCC and throw them into a blockchain where you can't be shorted at all, and all of your current people who care about your company are on that blockchain, that doesn't necessarily mean it's a death sentence. If you're still a company that posts profit and you still can offer dividends and things, then I think you might be fine. Also, by recalling your shares from the DTCC, that means every single solitary short position, whether admitted or not, has to close before then, because you cannot carry over any synthetic shares to a blockchain. So it would definitely be revolutionary, and I think it would definitely land Ryan Cohen into world's greatest legend status, and would be a complete paradigm shift for the stock market. If you could no longer short a stock naked, then every single solitary shorted stock is going to want that for themselves, and you might be able to create something that could defeat the New York Stock Exchange and the NASDAQ and whatnot. Will they have the balls to do it? I don't know. Yeah. Okay. Second shift. So let's say RC does recall GME shares from the New York Stock Exchange. If that move ignites MOAS, when will it occur? I'm guessing while the shares are still trading in New York Stock Exchange? Correct. Yes. So under the contract with the DTCC, if they recall, there's 90 days for the DTCC to give them all their shares. And in those 90 days, every single solitary short position has to be closed. 100%. There's no way to avoid it. Every short position has to be closed, or else they face overblown annihilation. And at the end of 90 days, nothing can trade in New York Stock Exchange. And all the shares that exist get moved to whatever medium that GameStop chooses at that point. Big Dog is elk prions. Big Dog, did you take down an elk and then get the prions in your brain? Mad dog disease. All right. Crypto Fish, I'm cringy? Cool. Guess what? You can fuck off. Bye. Okay. Ron Johnson, was this the pounce you're looking for? If so, does this change your feelings about how Adam has run AMC? Also, sent a self-addressed stamped envelope for a sticker. Any left? I got plenty of stickers left. I need to go check out the I got to head to the gym, so I'll go to post office box real shortly and go pick up any mail that's there. Also have to mail a sticker. Didn't remember to mail this. I have one sticker it needs to mail. Oh, Ron Johnson, it's yours. There you go. Ron Johnson, that's yours. I need to mail yours. It's coming. It's coming. And okay, so your question is, I do think that this pounce will shake things up. If what Adam Aaron uses the remaining 4.5 billion ape shares for, he can do two things. Well, I guess three things. He can do nothing, right? You do absolutely nothing. And that's that. And then craziness takes off because there's failed delivers and all sorts of things other place. He can sell the remaining 4.5 billion shares to market, pay off all of their debt. Done. Or he can sell those remaining 4.5 billion shares to the hedge funds, pay off all their debt, and the hedge funds have a boatload of voting power against actual shareholders in the company. We might. I think it will depend on how it gets executed. What he does with those remaining 4.5 billion shares. Whether he does nothing, sells them to the market, or sells them dark pool to hedge funds. We'll see. But regardless, he has the opportunity to clear out all of AMC's debt and go green from this point forward, which would be a good thing. That's what they need to do. But if he screws over the shareholders by giving voting power to a bunch of insider hedge funds for 4.5 billion, then that's where we are. All right. Okay. Karen Zima Artist, can you explain why Be Big is halted? No one can explain why Be Big is halted except for the folks at the NASDAQ who halted it. And no one knows for how long. If it's a T12 halt, then they're doing an investigation. That's all we know. And we don't know what the investigation is about. If they're investigating Be Big itself or players around Be Big, we have no idea. Yeah. Phil Lynch, Houston, has your opinion in DRSing changed at all with recent shiftiness about the forward split versus split dividend stuff with brokers? No. Because regardless, I got shares in my account. And if they're digging themselves even bigger liability hole, then I'll still benefit. So, yeah, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. This is Mino Jones about the house in West Virginia. I wonder if the renters know they can just buy the house. Or the ones, St. Louis? Yeah. I do have somebody, an acquaintance in 2008 who was underwater on their house by a fortune. And they let it go into foreclosure. And then no one had the cash for the minimum price available for the house. And so the bank ended up short selling it for a fraction of that, and they bought their own house back for pennies. So, hey, it can be done. I think they owed like $500,000 on the house. It went for auction for $500,000. No one was willing to buy it because I think it was worth like $350 in the market. And then the bank did a short sale auction. The starting bid was like $75,000, and they bought it for just above that, with no one else really bidding. So it can happen. Oh goodness, I'm at 3:30. I do need to go to the gym and get buff. I got to do my working out and make sure that every shirt I own becomes a tight shirt. We'll get there. We'll get there. Greg Contreras, what are your thoughts on saunas? Are they safe? No. The sauna at my gym, which I love saunas. I love like just melting in a sauna after working out. It's been closed since COVID, and it may never open again. I don't know. Yeah. Wheat Wild HKD is dropping hard. They're dumping their shares now. They made their 200 billion and they're getting out. All right, I'm going to do a couple of questions down towards the bottom. Sorry if I missed your chit chats. As always, look for Twitch at night, and other than that, I'll see you on Monday. Backbones about rocks and socks for Houston's OnlyFans. I'll be at OnlyFans body soon. I'm getting there. Need to make sure that Jimmy D is willing to sign up for that sucker, because I think that's where my entire income will come from after that. Okay. Alan Komansky, what do you think about MEGL possible rug pull? Yep. If he didn't sell at 200, I think MEGL's done. I think that was their goal. Get $200 out. They made $100 million. No. Sorry, $1 billion and got out. All right. Phil Bill, what 4.5 billion? There will only be 500 million APE shares. 500 million APE shares given out, but they reserved the right to sell another 4.5 billion of them. So that's where Adam Aaron can really kind of screw us all over in the end. Is that if there's a bunch of FTDs all of a sudden for these ape shares, he can sell a bunch of them at premium, pay back all the debt for AMC, and then, you know, look at that, no more debt. My company doesn't have debt anymore. We're cool. Much cash to operate with. Yeah. Ooh, William Morgan back another fast. Oof. But, you know, shrink that tumor, man. Shrink that tumor. 1 centimeter. Nice. Way to go, William. Good job. That makes me happy. That makes me happy. Shrink that sucker down. Get rid of it. Get better for us. Okay. Oh, Jackson Hunter's in here. Yes. Let's try to do one this week if we can. Let's try to do one this week. I don't have anything scheduled. I may have to fly to Sacramento on Monday if I'm buying a particular car and drive it back, but I'm gonna try to avoid that. But anyway, let's try something this weekend, and let's do a little chit chat. All right, everybody. Is that it? That's it. I know we have Buff Monkey. So I'll see you guys Monday, if not for a Twitch stream later this week, and the proper outro. Boom.